Be prepared for highly offensive language throughout and adult and sexual themes. Oh, Rusty, babe, listen, I don't mean to be rude, but I don't think it tastes as good as I thought it'd taste.
Oh, Rylan, look, lick it if you don't want to bite it.
Oh, no, darling, I'm not... No, I can't lick it. No, sorry. Not for me, Rusty.
No, baby.
No.
Look, it's not good.
I don't like beans, Rusty.
What do you mean you
Look,
don't
we've
like
got shows.
beans?
It's time for a bit on the side. Rusty, take it away.
You're too much of a baby.
Yeah.
It's all right, it's very nice. It's only rice and beans and a bit of pate.
And here are the top 3 things we learned from tonight's action-packed main show. They made up, broke up and made up again, but Hussein still wasn't happy with Isabella.
She wants a fucking show. I'll give her a fucking show in front of everyone. I don't give a fuck.
Oh, dear. Also, Lewis is very, very proud. He's still got that 8-pack. And finally, the housemates were so happy that basic rations had been lifted.
The shopping items and refreshments have been returned.
Is Cameron okay? Is Cameron okay? I've been told he's absolutely fine. We're going to be talking about all of that and so much more later on, but also coming up tonight, find out what happened when I let Kennelly loose in the bot's kitchen to pound my meat. Oh, yeah. She's going to be serving up some proper beef ting later on in the show. And I'm going to be straddling the airwaves once more because it's the return of...
Radio Rylan.
I'm back on the radio! I'm going to be relieving your tension and giving you your much-needed chance to blow off over me phone line and get your BB gripes off your chest as Radio Rylan makes a comeback. Oh, yes. But before all of that, it's time to get busy with my special pointing device as things have changed after the game changer. So, before the stress ball challenge, Hussein, Isabella, Lewis and Thomas were facing eviction, but following Isabella's magnificent technique in handling balls, may I say, she has emerged victorious and decided to save herself, so we know the drill by now. It's time to turn off her shiny blue light. There we go. So she is safe this week. Also, I can reveal that the poll we mentioned in last night's show has now closed, and you guys had the power, and you've now decided that it's now going to be for the rest of the series... Vote to evict! It's vote to evict for the rest of the series. Ta-da, vote to save. Never see it again. But it is now time to introduce my midweek panel. First up, this showbiz legend needs no introduction. TVAM might be no more, but she always gives me my morning glory. It is the gorgeous Rusty Lee! Next up, like all of the great and good, he left us too soon, but he's back for one night only, putting the sea in rack. It's Lewis G! Now, ex-housemates are like buses. You wait for ages and then 2 come along at once. It was actually part of a special buy one, get one free multi-buy offer at the ex-BB housemate hypermarket, but I would have had him at any price. It's Isaac! And last behind my desk of dreams, he's an actor, a documentary maker, and he's appeared not once but twice on Pointless Celebrities. I mean, big deal. Oh. And he still don't look a day over 14. It's Tiger Drew, honey! What's up? Right, we need to start dissecting the action of tonight's show. There is a lot to talk about, but the main theme tonight was how hungry and tired they all were. Lewis even threatened to go on a hunger strike. Rusty, yes. I mean, as a chef yourself, yes. I bet you wish you could just swoop in there and cook them a nice bit of dinner.
Are you kidding? They deserve everything they got.
Yeah.
They should suffer because they thought they could go in there and be bigger than Big Brother.
No one is bigger than Big Brother.
Absolutely. No one's bigger than Big Brother. They had to have the lesson. They were told not to do certain things that repeatedly, get out of bed, they wouldn't get. Don't dive in the pool. They kept on doing it. What more could they do? Big Brother brought the hand down on them big time.
Lewis, let me come to you. I mean, were you enjoying seeing your ex-housemates suffer tonight?
Yeah. I don't think they suffered enough, really. Seriously.
You think it should just continue?
That's nothing.
There's nothing. We can carry
they
on.
got off easy. They got off too easy. I'm not happy.
Isaac, what did you make of Lewis? Lewis F saying he's going to go on hunger strike.
Oh, fuck off, Lewis. He's always going on like that. He refuses to do games. Now he's saying he's going on hunger strike. Yeah, whatever, mate.
You just think it was a bit of talk?
Yeah, he just does it just to say it.
Just to
I'm
say
not
it.
convinced,
Well,
like,
the basic rations have now been lifted. The housemates can feast and bathe in hot water once again. Tiger, a bit like Rusty, are you going to be gutted that Big Brother's evil hand has now been lifted off of the house for now?
Well, do you know, I just love watching how everyone gets... I mean, I know, obviously, when you're in the house, I've obviously never been there, but everything must be so, like, intense. But I just think, why the fuck's everyone making such a big deal? All you've got to do for a week is eat some normal food without... Like, it's... You know, hunger strike is a serious thing. You know, hunger strike is serious shit that people do to stand up to terrorism and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
You know? And then there's Lewis F. Just do... I mean, I just think it's absolutely ridiculous.
Shut up and eat your porridge.
Yeah,
That's all I'm saying.
eat it.
Do you know what I mean? Well, Isabella and Hussein dominated tonight's show, yet again ending with a very emotional Hussein, but starting with the disagreement at the end of the Game Changer. Now, we've watched it back, and to clarify, Isabella pulled up Hussein on him shouting, "Drop your balls," and accused him, Rusty like that one, and accused him of being a bad sportsman, which Hussein took offence to. Lewis, what did you make of Hussein's alleged unsportsmanlike conduct during the Game Changer?
I mean, that looked kind of fun. I wouldn't mind being up there doing that, you know what I'm saying? I miss doing that. I think he was
we could probably get you one to take home if you miss it.
No, I'm talking about the part where he was, like, making them mad by just saying... that part looked fun.
Are you... I'm glad you're on tonight, because obviously we haven't had you since Hussein's been in properly.
Yeah.
What are you making of Hussein being a little bit of a wind-up, a little bit like you used to do?
I mean, I think he's cool. I mean, me and him would get along, honestly.
Yeah, I think you would. I think you would.
The thing is, yeah, there's too many sensitive people, especially in the house, man. Like, just laugh at things. Why you gotta get the ump at things? Why not just laugh at things?
It does get
you know
really serious in there, doesn't it, Rusty?
Yeah.
And we see tonight with that argument. I mean, what did you make of the argument when Hussein just, you know, blew his lid?
Listen, it's strange, isn't it? Because I had one view watching it, and listening to Lewis G here, it's different, because the argument to me, just as an onlooker and as us all, was horrible, because I felt it was horrible how he was goading them. But when you listen to Lewis G, because I loved him in the house, being such a prankster, now I understand what he's saying, and I've turned to think, actually, he's right. You know, they should be able to take a bit of a goading.
A bit of a joke.
A bit of a joke, because I was taking it serious as well. I was going on Isabella's side.
They just need to lighten up a bit.
Yes, you're right.
Yeah.
I'm with Lewis G now. You turned me!
By Lewis G of all people. Zoe actually said that the tensions between them all is because Hussein actually fancies Isabella.
Yes.
Tiger, let me come to you on this one. Do you think Hussein does fancy Isabella and he's not happy with the fact that she's got the eyes for Lewis F?
I mean, quite potentially. I mean, she's obviously, like, a good-looking woman.
Beautiful.
You wouldn't necessarily not fancy her. I mean, for a start, I think goading is perfectly fair play. Like, goading happens in professional sport. So what on earth is the problem with goading? I mean, I think everyone's made a massive deal out of this. If he fancies Isabella, then, you know, fair enough. She's hot. Like, I don't really see the big deal about any of this.
I agree, no.
Just because she might fancy someone else, he fancies her, none of that should change just because he ended up I mean, yeah, they had an argument and he was a bit of a dick,
They did later make up, though, and I think that the thing is that it did end up, the episode ended up, shall I say, with a very emotional Hussein breaking down in the diary room, recounting his loneliness and bullying at school, he said. I know.
Nobody likes that. Nobody likes to hear that. It's heartbreaking. It is heartbreaking to watch. But I'm wondering...
Are you enjoying seeing these new layers to him, though?
It's the new layers to him. I'm not liking the character he is, to be honest. But then, not liking that character, I don't like to see people in pain. And the pain is to relate that he had a hard time growing up. That breaks my heart, because I don't wish that for anybody. So those layers, that's nice to see the human side of him instead of him being an utter P-R-I-C-K.
Oh, Rusty spelled out prick. Rusty spelled out prick. Isaac, I mean, what are you making of Hussein? You know, he's gone in there, and I know a lot of people have likened him to Louis G, saying, you know, he's gone in there to wind people up, and he does play this king persona. But then we did see in the end of tonight's episode what we've not seen from him before, and that's him maybe see a bit of the real him, the him that's on the outside.
Yeah, like, I don't think he's a prick.
I don't think he's a prick.
I think he's just annoying. Like, people thought he was a prick for what he was saying, like, drop the ball, but he's just being annoying. Like, me and Lewis were doing similar sorts of things and we was holding the coins, like, oh, you ain't gonna hold that.
Do you think it was a bit of an overreaction then?
Yeah, I
do,
definitely.
You know, we're getting a bit...
I think this whole situation, Hussein's gone in, put on a massive front. He's then been nominated, so that's bruised his ego a little bit. So therefore, what he's done is he's got a little bit angry with himself, and he's let all these emotions bubble up. Today was a tipping point. Yeah. He's exploded. He's now gone to the diary room. He's let it all out. Fresh start tomorrow.
You reckon?
He'll be fine.
I like that.
You like that? Oh,
Yeah,
Rusty's
I
clapping
like
you,
that.
Don. You got the clap off, Rusty.
Yeah, I like the clap.
Don't quote me. And finally, she loves it. Look at her face. What are we going to do without her on our screens? What are we going to do? And finally, we do need to have a quick word on that budding romance that's flying under the radar. Akeem and Thomas. Akaz, Tomim, I don't know what we're going to call him. Louis G, what are we making of their very strange romance that's going on, bromance? What are we calling it?
I think they need to get to the showers.
Rusty, talking about like them two having their romance, we saw Thomas quite fascinated by Akeem's nipples tonight. As a chef, in your professional opinion, do they look like salami?
They look like tsunamis. I would hope not.
I would hope not. On that note, give the panel a round of applause. It's a Wednesday. Definitely going to be a weird one tonight. I'm going to be off for a live download. Coming up, I'm going to be squeezing into something very tight, as I'm going to be entering my radio studio for...
Radio Ryan.
I'm back on the radio. I have got a face for it. And not only am I on the radio, I'm going to be joined by a very special sexy radio sidekick for one night only.
Sexy sidekick, Rusty Lee.
Rusty Lee! I can't wait. We'll be tuning in and turning on after the break. See you after this. Look at you looking at me on the camera there. Welcome. I just saw you in the screen like. Welcome back to Big Brother's Bit on the Side. Now, that beautifully poetic apology from the housemates made me come over all creative. It did. I wanted to get my rhythm on. So, hush, please, as it's time for my ode to Bit on the Side. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Bit on the Side. I love being here, as it's always an incredible ride. I'm sorry I'm going on, but there's so much to say. And I know you all watch this show religiously. Day after day. Night after night, panel audience and I come together in this studio, and it always leaves me with a lovely, warm glow. When this all ends, we all must stay in touch. But I'm better than you, so don't contact me too much, all right? So I'm going to gather myself now. Excuse me. Luckily, we've got... People can start talking about me thinking I'm an arsehole. We have a lovely little VT to go to whilst I sort my mascara out. So here to pick apart the arguments in the house and to give us her view on all the beef going on, it's the latest evictee, Kennelly, cooking up some beef ting!
Welcome to my kitchen. Hey, I'm Kennelly, and today we're going to be cooking up a beef ting.
What the fuck? Shut the fuck up.
I don't know who you think you are, but no, I'm going to take it there.
What the fuck?
A beef ting is when two or more people have a disagreement and no one's actually listening to the point that's being made. A bit like me and Isaac in the house. What, are you talking to me?
Can you please get a bit quiet?
Why don't you just ask me that then?
I don't want to, man.
Why don't you just ask me? Why does it have to be a beef ting?
It's not a beef ting.
Or Louis G. Wait, let me speak.
Even mean that.
Let
I probably
me
just
speak.
said it
And
out
then
of
you.
a joke.
Yeah, but this is what you do. You take the piss. If you can't stand the beef, get out of the kitchen. Like most meats, beef tings come in all different shapes and sizes.
Why are you making it into an issue?
You don't want coming here trying to make it an
apparently
issue.
it's an issue. Is it an issue or not?
I just said it's not an issue.
Lewis and Hussein, this is a raw beef ting. This is a dirty, gritty beef. There's nothing tender about it.
Have you got an issue with me or
I haven't
not?
got no issue with you personally, just the way you're behaving is not making me want to engage with you yet.
It's okay if you think I'm a prick or a dickhead.
I'm not playing again.
Oh my God, don't give me that fucking pizza, Akeem, please.
Akeem and Thomas, they've got a barbecue beef ting.
I'm making my judgment based on what you're doing in this house.
I'm not playing again!
Oh my God.
They're always flipping. 1 minute they're mates, 1 minute they're enemies. I just call them frenemies.
Eyes are up here. Stop it. Out.
She, I want to go home, I want to go home, I want to go home.
praising me about?
She left then. Oh, and then you can talk it.
That's what you've been praising me about, you pathetic?
Lewis and Akeem, they've been talking about each other behind each other's backs. This one's been cooking for a while now.
No, mate. You finished speaking? You're full of shit. Let me know when you finish speaking. I am speaking.
Well done for playing the game.
You've seen after everything?
It's fine.
After everything, I'm
After
really
everything, it's
disgusted.
fine, it's fine.
I'm really disgusted at everything
That's
you've just
fine.
said.
I'm the bad guy. I am the bad guy.
Hussein has got beef with everyone.
Sick and tired of you. You play this little game, innocent little game, innocent little Isabella. You're not innocent at all.
Those two need to trim the fat off that beef.
I'm sorry.
I don't like losing.
Listen, you know that dummy that you've just spat on the floor? Why don't you put it back in?
Oh, here we go, here we go, here we go.
That's a prime cut beef. And that's all from me. Thank you very much. Back to you in the studio, Rylan.
Thank you, Kennedy. Oh, she's going to do a little beef king roving reporter. Right, it's time to stop, slow down, take a deep breath as I awaken your senses with my velvety smooth tones. Release some tension, because it's time for this.
Radio Rylan with Rylan Clark Neal and Rusty Lee.
Hi, and welcome to mine and your favourite part of the week. It's time for...
Radio Rylan
Yeah.
with Rylan Clark Neal.
Yeah, that's me. Sit back and relax on this wicked little Wednesday. I'm here to help you get over that big midweek hump of yours. This is the best place to hear a little bit of pillow talk, if you know what I mean. As always, we'll be turning you on tonight with the best show on the wireless. And tonight I'm letting you, yes, you, take over as I've flung my phone lines open for...
Getting it off your chest with Rylan and Rusty.
You know, that's a lot of chest, you know what I mean? Oh, yeah. Rusty Lee's joined me, guys. Rusty Lee is here. She's the Elaine Page to my Joe Wiley, the Greg James to my Grimmy, the Mark to my Lard. It's safe to say you remember them. It's safe to say we're both gagging to hear what you've got to get off your chest about the housemates. So think of us as your radio confidants. Rusty, it's so lovely to have you here. Are you excited for this?
I'm so excited. I can't wait.
Okay, don't build your part.
Okay.
What do you say to those who have always said you've got a face for radio, Rusty?
How dare them? I've got a beautiful face for television, film, and everything.
Yeah, that's true.
Theatre.
True. Take that, you trolls. First up, I believe we've got a caller on the line. It's Jose from Watford on the line. He's got a few things he wants to get off his chest. Jose, you there?
Hi, Rylan.
Hi, Jose. What do you want to blow off about? What do you want to talk about?
I just want to talk about the Isabella and Hussein argument that happened yesterday.
Go on, go for it. What's up?
I just feel so bad for Isabella. You know, she's done nothing wrong for him to have been acting the way he did with her. She's a lovely girl. Like, she's always got his back. She's always honest with him. And he was completely in the wrong.
Jose, do you think Hussein's got the hots for Isabella?
Yeah, do you know what? I really do feel like Hussein really fancies Isabella. And, you know, he does because he went into the diver room yesterday saying the king has lost his potential queen. Like, you know, I feel like, especially when she was laying in bed with Lewis, you know, he got a bit, you know, what's the word? frustrated.
Whoa, hang on, Jose. I mean, you just brought up Lewis there. Why do you think Hussein and Lewis clash against each other so much? Do you think it's over the little lady?
Do you know what? I actually think Hussein and Lewis are quite alike.
You know.
I feel like they're quite overthinkers. I think they're both overthinkers, actually.
Well, you know what? Jose, I just want to bring in my co-host here for the evening, Rusty Lee of TV, Film and Stage. Rusty, what do you think about Jose's comments about Hussein and Isabella?
I agree with him to some degree, but I do believe that they are trying. There's a love match trying to happen here.
Yeah.
And Hussein's madly in love with Isabel. Yes.
You do?
Yes,
oh, she agrees, Jose. Jose, it's been lovely to speak to you. Take care, Jose.
Lovely to speak to you too.
Bye. Next, it's time to go to line 2, Rusty. We're going to go to line 2 now. I believe it's a caller called Shelley from South Wales. Shelley, are you there?
Hi, Rylan.
Hi, Shelley. So lovely to speak to you. What have you called up your good old Uncle Rylan and Granny Rusty to talk about?
A bit of support for King. Come on. He's a proper down-to-earth lad.
Fair
He's a
enough.
genuine values boy. He's got a heart of gold.
Hey,
Come on.
I mean, listen, I totally get it. I mean, why do you think the housemates have got a bit of an on-off relationship with the king?
I'll be completely honest, though. I think they can't handle his genuine nature and they're trying to tear him down because he's a natural-born leader. He's down-to-earth and he's been all the way through. He's been open and honest. And I'll be honest with you, Lewis and Cameron, they're like an evil Del Boy and bloody Rodney. Have you seen them?
Oh, little Del Boy and Rodney there, Rusty.
I agree, yeah.
Let me bring this over to Rusty. Rusty, do you think Akeem's getting a bit of a rough ride in there?
I really think Akeem was getting a very, very rough ride. First of all, he had everyone going against him because he had all those Bitcoins.
Oh, all the coins.
He had the coins. Now he hasn't got much anyway. But yes, he's having a rough ride. And because you're Welsh and he's Welsh, I think you're on his side more.
Yeah, no, damn that. Shelley, will you continue to support Akeem throughout the process?
Well, do you know what? The whole of Wales is supporting him. All of us, all our wrestlers are all supporting him. Go on, Akeem.
Well, it's so lovely to speak to one of our Welsh listeners. Thanks, Shelley. You take care, yeah? It's been great chatting to you. I just believe we've got another little cheeky caller on line 3 now.
Oh, line 3, come on.
It's a lady called Elaine from Grangemouth. Elaine, are you there?
I am. Hi, Rylan.
Hi, Elaine. So great to talk to you. Elaine, what have you called me up to talk about?
I've called you up to talk about Lewis because I think Lewis is my favourite to win.
Oh, really? Oh. Why are you such a fan? I mean, do you have a bit of a soft spot for his rippling good looks or something?
Well, it could be that, or it could be his fur jacket. I'm not very sure. It could be that cheeky boy look.
And the 8-pack? The 8-pack? I can see you.
Fur jacket, no knickers, if you know what I mean. Elaine, let's talk about him and Cameron. I mean, what are you making of the friendship there? I mean, some people have said that they don't know if it's real or not. Obviously, you must.
I do. I think it is real, and I think they're the sort of modern-day Laurel and Hardy duo. I think they're really funny.
Wow.
So you're enjoying it so much, are you?
I am. I definitely am.
Rusty, let me bring you in here, Rusty.
Yes.
It's lovely to see you still here. Rusty, what are you making of Lewis? Do you agree with Elaine from Grangemouth?
If I had to choose who's going to win, I wouldn't go for Lewis, quite frankly. I'd go for Zoe, actually.
Really?
I would.
Oh, you would? Elaine, what do you make of that?
Well, I would have originally gone for Zoe, but my mind's been changed watching Lewis. I mean, he is a monkey.
Oh, what is he like? Elaine, that's all I've got time for. Take care, Elaine. So great to hear from you.
Thank you very much.
Gorgeous.
Bye-bye,
You take care.
Elaine.
Lovely lady.
Lovely, Elaine.
That's all we've got time for on this hump day, everyone. It's been short, it has been sweet, don't get me wrong. But thank you to our callers for keeping it real by tuning into Radio Ryland. Thank you to Rusty Lee, everyone.
Thank
She's
you.
been great, you've been great.
Thank you very
So lovely to see you. Honestly, and remember, this is the only place guaranteed to make the listener come first. Night-night.
Night-night.
Radio Ryland with Ryland Clark Neal and Rusty Lee.
I forget how to stop doing it. Right, back to my day job now, and after the break, we've got breaking news from the house.
What's happened?
It looks like Thomas is getting even dirtier, let me tell you. And that's not all. Is there a friendship brewing between Cameron and Hussein.
What?
What? Find out straight after this break. Look at Welcome back to Big Brother's bit on the side. Coming up, Kian is letting rip in Bots News. But as the colder days are drawing in, our housemates are always on hand with something extra. Now, we're seeing some very striking autumn and winter looks, I think, from our housemates this series. And when I say striking, I mean awful, babe, if I'm being honest. Have a look at this.
If you've got a head for fashion, this season's must-have piece by the House of Big Brother may be for you. The Bobble OG Zoe certainly cuts the mustard in this hot little number. Serving green goddess gorgeousness, it's Cameron. No one pulls the wool over his eyes, apart from him. And I've been expecting you, Mr. Grey. It's Kian, in a look made for throwing shade.
No, sorry, I don't get this bobble hat trend, and I think we can all say it's never going to catch on, is it? No. I've got to be honest, you do make it work. All right. Now, what would you do if I told you I could sort you out, wait for this, with tomorrow's headlines today? Yeah? All right. Unbelievable. Come with me into my time-travelling capsule, because it's time for Bots News! OK, settle down, please. Settle down, please. Decorum. Our top stories tonight. Kian talks hot air, housemates talk tunes, and Thomas talks dirty. First up at 11:08 this morning, Kian was trumping the other housemates around BT.
I thought you were going to whisper something to me then.
Oh, that was first.
Yes, Helen.
Yeah, Helen's ready.
I recognize them already. How weird. I recognize people by their farts.
It's a skill.
Yep.
That could be your thing. Guess who these housemates are by their farts. You'll get it straight away.
Who farts in the house? Me, Zoe, Lewis farts, and Akeem.
Yeah.
Me, Zoe, Lewis, and Akeem. If you think of the word fart in the house, you think of me.
Yeah.
What do you mean it's not an amazing task? Yeah, put it in. End of. Sorry, I was just talking to the task team. Guess the farters apparently coming to a screen near you. Never. Next up at 12:10 this afternoon, the housemates found themselves in a very, very serious gender debate. Run BT.
Was Noddy a male or a female?
Male.
Oh.
Did you know that Winnie the Pooh is a female?
Yeah, Winnie the Pooh's a girl.
No.
Winnie's a girl. Winifred.
Yeah,
Winnie the Pooh is a male.
Winnie is a woman.
Yeah.
Pikachu's a girl.
No.
No. Pikachu is one of them. He was announced in the last movie.
No. Oh, goodness.
Obviously.
I thought Pikachu was a boy.
The yellow thing?
Yeah.
It's a boy?
No, it's a girl.
It's not a girl. That's not right. That's not how it was. They've changed it.
Cinderella's a girl.
No.
What?
I swear to God.
Zoe, it's too far now.
Come on, it's 2018, guys. Pikachu and Winnie can be whatever gender they want to be. Finally, at 12:29 this afternoon, Thomas and Akeem's flirting went up a notch. Run BT.
I like pain.
Do you want me to conflict pain on you?
Oh my God, yes. Beat me up at my buttocks.
Conflict? Did you just say conflict?
Yeah.
Inflict.
Oh, inflict. Do you want me to inflict pain on you?
Oh yes, Daddy, fucking spank me.
How much do you want it?
Oh my God, I want it fucking bad. Ooh, I can suck your tongue. I want to run the fucking tongue through your fucking hairy chest. Yeah. Ooh. Okay, you're joking. That was a lot of saliva going in my throat, Daddy. I choked a little bit. Do you like that?
Oh, very sensual. That's one romance I didn't see coming. I guess competition's good for the sex life. Now we're joined by our resident rapper, roving reporter, who's going to sing us out. Would you like to sing just a little rap off the cuff?
A little freestyle, right?
Yeah, that'd be great.
Why not? Bit on the side.
OK, that's enough from you. That was so last month. That was today's Bots News. Thank you. Now it's time to get behind the news with an exclusive report, and it looks like Hussein might have an unlikely ally in Cameron.
Just try and enjoy the next couple of days.
Yeah. You never know, but I think in my head I'm gone. It just pisses me off.
Just don't know what the public see, man. I swear, you just don't know.
The public will see that I'm a jealous little prick, I think.
I do think that people will see it more than that, though. There's more to it than that. If I can see there's more to it than that, and I have obviously had feelings about you that have been mostly negative in here up until the last couple of days, then that should fucking say it all. I'm not saying you are 100% in the right, but I can definitely see where you're coming from.
Yeah.
You came in together and, you know, she was talking shit about him to you, and then the next minute she's best friends with him again. It doesn't actually make any sense.
It don't make sense. Oh, my God.
Rusty! Bit of a turn up for the books there. Cameron and Hussein. I mean, I never thought I'd hear the words from Cameron saying, yeah, I can understand where you're coming from.
That's unusual because Cameron has never liked him. It's just unbelievable.
Yeah.
And cooking away. I was trying to see what on earth he was cooking.
Of course you was. Of course you was.
What's he cooking? Is he trying to cook something to...
I think that's the word, trying to cook, was the
trying
worry.
to cook something.
Boys, I mean, look, you know what it's like in that house. Day to day, you can have an argument, and then 10 minutes later, you can be best mates. I mean, can you see Cameron and Hussein maybe having a bit of a friendship going on in this house?
I think they should just go to the showers.
Is that going to be your answer for everything tonight? Isaac, do you genuinely think that them two could get along?
Yeah, I can see them getting on, you know.
No, I can't.
I can. Like, I think Cameron's, like, quite a rational person. He knows what's right and what's wrong, and if Hussein's being real, and then Cameron's going to recognise that, and I don't see why they wouldn't get on, to be fair. Like.
Tiger, what do you think?
Like, I think Cameron's not quite rational, he's, like, over-rational, which is a good thing, I guess. I think, you know, no one in the house, none of us, no one is a saint, you know, we're all humans and we all, like, do things.
Yeah.
I think when you're in...
Things.
We all do things. But I just think, you know, we are not saints, they are not saints. They're in this house for long enough now. Regardless of what act anyone has got up, if you spend enough time with someone and you see their true colours, everyone talks about true colours in a negative way, like...
Especially Phil Collins.
But if you just see, I mean, mate, well done, mate.
No, yeah, thank you.
But if you just are yourself, these guys are clearly not bad guys.
No.
And they're both seeing that, and they're just getting on,
I think that's a really, really fair point. Like, you know, Hussein's even said himself...
We all do things.
Yeah, we all do things. I mean, like, what are you guys making of the Cameron? Oh, she's got her hands up. Look, they're in there matching blue tonight.
So what I see, Lewis is in the middle. So Isabella likes Lewis, but Cameron's close with Lewis. So it's like Isabella's taken away Cameron
taking a bit
from
of
Lewis.
shine off of
And
Cameron
that's why
from Lewis.
them two are getting together, because he's jealous.
Maybe they've got something in common.
Yeah.
I can't speak in sense for a change.
He's protecting his interests with Lewis. He's checking out who's going to be top dog when he goes. So he is protecting like a little guard dog with...
Fair point. You had your hand up, darling.
I personally think that Cameron's being nice to Hussein because he thinks he'll go. So why not be nice to him? It's his last few days. That's what I think.
You've seen him cry in the diary room, like he's coming up with Shell a bit more, like he's not being like an absolute idiot all the time. And I think, yeah.
Oh, you think he's still got game head on?
Still game head on. He knows before he went in, he knew Cameron would be popular. So what else is he do now? Refresh the game. Let's get on with Cameron.
Can I just say, I think that was the most civilised audience chat I've ever done. No one said Willie, no one mentioned Press. Brilliant.
Very nice.
All right, coming up, we're going to be analysing the rise and fall of the group formerly known as the Misfits. Ooh. And it is exclusive-tastic because we've got yet another steaming action-packed one. And I've got a sneaky peek at the latest shopping task that's put Brooke in a very sticky situation.
Really?
But first, another eviction is happening this week, and the decision always lies with you. So as ever, who goes? You decide! You decide is all the numbers you need. This week, Lewis, Thomas and Hussein all face the public vote. Who goes? You decide. From a landline, call 090 20 44 58 and add the number of the housemate you want to evict. From a mobile, call 650 58 and add the number of the housemate you want to evict. For Lewis, add 09. For Thomas, add 12. For Hussein, add 14. Calls to the long number will cost 50p plus your network access charge. Calls to the short number will cost 50p. Voting closes at 8 p.m. on Friday the 19th of October. Votes cast after lines close won't count. If you're watching on catch-up after that or outside the UK, please don't vote. You can find terms on the Big Brother website. Big Brother's bit on the side. Think of the main show as the foreplay to our big, disgusting slice of sexy time. You know what I'm talking about. Yeah, enough of that filth. It is time for yet another exclusive. And Brooke is letting her tongue do the talking for this week's shopping task. Go on.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Hello, Brooke. The aim of this shopping task is to complete all challenges as quickly as possible. All you have to do is eat every single sweet off the wall in front of you as quickly as you can.
Come on, Brooke. Come on, Brooke. Oh, where the fuck is that? Why did I just eat?
Looks a little bit dirty, I'm not going to lie. So this week's shopping task is all against the clock. The housemate's going to take part in many challenges and they've got to do it in the shortest amount of time possible. Rusty, yes. I mean, would you like to be sat in the dining room chair and having a good old lick?
That does sound so bad.
Don't be naughty.
Well, actually, those sweets look quite interesting.
They do look quite interesting.
Having a good old lick at those.
Tiger, sweet or savoury for you?
Oh, savoury, all the time.
Oh, he likes a bit savoury.
All the time.
Lewis G, you got anything you want to add to the occasion of...
She looked pretty good there. You see that?
Isaac, are you just ringing him in for the night?
Like she's going, it's fucking sweet. It's not like it's a kangaroo dip. You know what I'm saying?
Anyone want to add anything to the sweet licking scenario? Oh, you want? Of course you do.
I'd have a lick of that sweet.
All right, darling. What you do in your own time's entirely up to you. Right, every year there is one social group that always dominates the hierarchy in the Big Brother house. Think the outsiders, the jungle cats, or even the lip gloss bitches. Remember them? Oh, I'm bringing it back, girl. This year it's the Misfits. Original lineup of Kian, Cameron, Zoe, and Thomas. But now the group seem intent on destroying themselves. Let's have a little look at them in happier times.
The Misfits.
The Misfits.
Zoe.
Me.
Kian.
Cameron.
Me.
Thomas.
Me.
Us four.
Oh, the Misfits all going together. Come on, guys, flush your toilet.
Is this fucked up?
He's always my closest one in there.
It feels so fucking weird.
Can't wait to have sex again.
I can't think straight.
The other housemates are right good looking, but us four, we just don't give a fuck.
No one's gonna touch the Misfits, come on.
The Misfits.
So we're talking all things the Misfits. Isaac, let me start with you on this one. You've been in there with them. You know what they're like as people. Yeah. Would you say the Misfits were a bit of a force to be reckoned with in the house at any point while you were in there?
The Misfits are cute and that, but that's our fucking house, isn't it? That's our house. Like, come on.
You don't think they've got any power in that house as a group?
Nah.
No, you don't?
Nah.
Lewis, what about you?
I didn't even know they existed while I was in there.
What the fuck are the Misfits?
Are you surprised, though, Isaac, to see them turn on each other like they've turned? Because, I mean, even when you were in there, they were tight. They were a unit.
Yeah.
Are you surprised that they've now
obviously,
turned on
like
each
when
other?
Thomas's whole gameplay and thing come to surface, then that's I think when it all started, isn't it?
You think that's what the point was?
Yeah.
But then we've seen Zoe and Kian have their, nominations. We've seen Cameron and Kian have
the
their
littlest things like just blow up in that environment. The littlest thing gets made so big. Do you know what I mean? So I think there's a lot of overthinking and that going on.
Rusty, are you a fan of the four of them?
I'm a fan of the four of them, but I don't like the idea that they're in this little group called the Misfits, because to me they're not misfits at all. They're just unusual people. Misfits! Unusual people, misfits!
She's a real one. She's a real one. She don't give a fuck.
She don't. Tiger, with that four, I mean, what are you preferring? That's what I want to know from you. Are you preferring the four of them when they were that tight unit, the Misfits? Or are you preferring them now they've sort of dispersed a little bit and gone their own little ways?
For me, personally, I think it makes, like, no difference whatsoever. Because I agree with you. I think we'd like to label things nowadays to make it easier on ourselves. I mean, I don't understand why on earth they're misfits. I mean, yeah, they're not necessarily your tattoo.
I mean, they did call them themselves because they thought
actually,
we said we're the outsiders, we're the misfits. You know.
Right, you can have
I know what
one.
you're saying.
You can have that one. But the only thing I really want to say is I feel like it's it's gone badly for Kian. I really like Kian. I mean, Cameron is my favourite housemate, I would say, but I feel like Kian hasn't really done anything wrong, and everything's kind of fallen into place badly around him. I feel like it's not gone well for him, and I still can't quite work out why.
I think it went bad for him the moment he told Cameron that he fancied him.
No, but all right, well, let's go back there.
What is the problem with what
what's
he
wrong with
did?
that?
When he said it, Cameron hadn't come out yet.
No, who cares? Who cares? I might fancy
we
a lesbian.
Don't care, but...
I might fancy if I fancy a girl, she might be a lesbian. It doesn't mean.
No, that wasn't the point. The point
What's the point
was.
then?
The point was.
Rusty's got a claw hand out. Look, do you see what she does?
The point was. Cameron wasn't ready to be told.
That's his journey.
Yeah, but...
Kian felt like he wanted to say that he fancied him.
Yeah, but he...
Respect to
Kian.
Kian.
But then the whole situation all changed because of that, I feel. That it changed.
Can I just say,
Cameron
very
was
quickly,
stepping back from being
I know
friendly.
this show's finishing, but where else are you ever going to see Rusty Lee and Tiger Drew running having a row? Where are you going to see that? That's what I'd like to know. Where are you going to see that? I don't know. You don't know. You don't know. No.
Oh, bless you.
I'm going to bring it to you guys because obviously these were a really tight foursome. Are you guys preferring the fact that they've dispersed slightly? Or who said yeah? You are. You are.
Yeah, because then, like, I don't know, like, I just didn't like them all together. I don't like Thomas.
You don't like Thomas?
No, I don't.
So you prefer him out of that clip?
Yeah, I don't like him.
Hold me back. Isaac, I mean, you're a bit... Who said that? Was it Lewis? So Isaac, what, you're a big fan of Thomas?
He's my boy.
Is he?
Yeah.
Do you think he's still doing well in there?
He's your daddy.
Do you think he's still doing well in there?
Yeah.
You do?
Yeah,
You didn't seem convinced when you said that at all. You're like,
well, I think he's just being himself, do you know what I'm saying? Like, he's a real one.
You think he's a real one?
He's not being himself. He's a game player, and he's admitted he's a game player.
In all fairness... In all fairness...
Say that he's playing a game.
Are we not wanting them to play a game this year? More so than ever?
He's just too orchestrated, and he's finding any way, as far as I think, to unwind people up so that he looks good. That's what I personally think.
Look at the reaction when Thomas dropped his ball. Everyone loved him.
You should see the reaction when I do it, mate. Well, as you've seen, the Misfits did drift apart quite recently, actually. Rusty, hard question. Who do you think's the most responsible for them for dispersing?
Kian?
You think it's Kian?
I think it is Kian, actually. It's just because he went to Isabella when she came in, it was all lovely, and he threw Zoe out, basically. Zoe and him were tight, and then Zoe got upset, and then she complained to Cameron how he upset her. So that's how the dynamic started to fall
Tiger, you're
apart.
waving your hands over there.
I'm just saying, I think most fellows are as happy as they make up their minds to be. You know, Zoe got upset. That was, you know, she got upset. He didn't really make her upset.
No, he did.
You know, like, at the end of the day, right now, I'm choosing not to be pissed off at you. I don't have to be. I don't have to be.
Excuse me. Excuse me.
I'm just saying. I decide how I want to feel.
You're choosing not to be pissed off with me, Rusty Lee, the legend.
I'm just... I'm just saying, you choose how you want to feel.
Choose your words,
Tiger, I know exactly what you're saying. I do know what you're saying, though. You know, the fact that Zoe got upset that Kian was being nice to other housemates, you're saying that's Zoe's problem, not Kian.
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
He cannot be held responsible. He can be friends with whoever he wants.
And he can't get angry in return. Kian is playing the worst game in there. There is nothing wrong with playing a game, can I just say, because it is a game show after all. We keep saying that. But Kian's game's manipulative. We start to get this idea of Cameron, is he gay? We're not quite sure. The day after he reveals that to
7 seconds.
Kian then decides to, oh, I fancy you all of a sudden. It's a gameplay.
2, 1. I'm told we are out of time. Give it up for my incredible panel, everyone. As ever, my brilliant audience, thank you. And to you at home for giving those eyes. eyes open into these small hours. I'm going to be back straight after the main show tomorrow for a Throwback Thursday sibling special. Deborah and Hannah Akbula are here. Jack and Joe Glennie. Also, Supreme Majesty Lord Justice Chief Ryland, retired, will be holding court again. And until then, remember, when you win, say nothing. When you lose, say less. Night-night.